A lot of us don't have thousands of dollars that we could just be shelling out on inventory and warehousing and retail space. But contrary to popular belief, there are actually many business ideas that let you focus less on the logistical and upfront costs and more on getting started. So in today's video, I'm gonna take you through some low investment, small business ideas that you can start making money with this year. Let's get into it. I am so excited to be filming this video because I think the pandemic has really forced us to think differently. So in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing some unconventional, different, fun business ideas to get you started. So number one, you can start a charitable business. Now, you don't have to be a nonprofit in order to make this work. You can still be a profitable company and weave in a charitable aspect into your business plan. So for example, when COVID hit, Toronto had a local designer, her name is Rochelle LeBlanc, and she built protective plastic shields for business owners that couldn't afford to buy them. So that's just one idea off the top of my head, but of course you're gonna wanna choose a cause that you care about, and that'll give your business meaning, and it's gonna make you motivated to work harder. What would actually make your life a whole lot easier is to download a Shopify app called Give and Grow. It makes it really easy to partner with charitable organizations. So you can set it up to donate a specific amount or maybe a percentage of sales, or you could even ask your customers to add a donation at checkout. Obviously, you're gonna wanna talk about your charitable efforts in your marketing. And I think there's definitely a tasteful way that you can actually go about this. So you can share humble blog posts, or you can get other people to talk about your humanitarian work on your behalf if you don't feel comfortable, putting that on blast. You can talk to publications or influencers and they can talk about it for you. Create your own fashion boutique. Now, I know you're probably thinking, okay, this video is supposed to be about not holding any inventory, but you actually do not need to buy any inventory in order to create a successful online fashion boutique. You just need to have an eye for style and upcoming trends and curate your own shop. So you can source clothing from product sourcing apps like Oberlo, AliExpress, Alibaba, and that's gonna allow you to adopt a dropshipping model for your business. If this is the first time that you're hearing about dropshipping, check out this video right over here where we explain in depth about how this works. With this type of a business, it's all about picking a niche and just really sticking to it and only holding inventory that appeals to a specific type of person. So as an example, if you are targeting a riot girl type of aesthetic, then you're gonna wanna hold, punk and goth style clothing and really only that type of clothing. Try starting a pet business. Okay, is it just me or is everyone getting a dog? I don't know if it is the pandemic or what, but the pet industry is worth nearly $100 billion. So you can take a piece of that pie by offering pet services. If you're an animal lover, it could be meaningful to start a pet walking or a pet sitting business. You can sell packages for clients that might be too busy with work or ready to go on vacation. So my recommendation would be to start by marketing your services on an app like Rover. You're gonna wanna start here because there's already an established user base. And then once you establish those relationships with regular clients, then you can direct them over to your own Shopify website in order to convert them to larger packages. Create a membership program. Starting your own membership program is a really nice way to make recurring income, especially if you already have an established network. And I think right now everyone is probably a little bit fatigued with online classes, but you can still stand out if you find a way to differentiate yourself and scratch a specific itch that people are currently having. So right now, off the top of my head, I think people are lacking community and they're lacking connection. So maybe if you wanted to start like a women's circle, for example, where people could connect, that could be an interesting take on this. And it is super easy to start your membership-based business in Shopify. So set up a new product just like you would for a physical product, but create a name and description that tells people about your membership services or events. If you want even more inspiration to start, we've actually compiled a list of over 100 in-demand business ideas, and they're actually broken down into categories to make it super simple. So we have categories like fitness, apparel, and gaming. So all you have to do is click here to download the big list of business ideas for free. You could start a zine. So do you have something important to say? Do you have a specific viewpoint on a topic? Are you super creative? Well, if you said yes to all of these things, then you might be interested in starting a magazine. And I think this is just such a fun business idea because you get to collaborate with other creatives in order to make this come to life. Starting a zine also creates space for breeding a new culture that you could lead and you could spearhead. And I think it's nice to bring like-minded, creative people together, especially in today's climate. So the best way to make this all go down without having to hold any inventory at all is by using a method called print on demand. So what happens with print on demand is you only pay for an order once someone actually puts the order in. You only send it to print once someone has paid for an order. So if you are interested in how the print on demand method works, feel free to check out this video right here. It goes into depth on how you can print books and magazines without holding any inventory at all. Sell your digital artwork. So if you're a creative person and you want to monetize your talents, then selling your work is perfect for artists who want to take their work more seriously. So you can either scan in your artwork and use the print on demand method that we just talked about, or you could do digital drawings like my friend Alpo here. Or how about this method? I literally just heard about this recently, but creatives are starting to sell crypto art. Crypto art is a category of art related to blockchain technology. And if any of you know about how this works, definitely let me know in the comment section. I think this could be a really cool concept and might be nice to hop on this trend before it blows up. I don't know, but what I do know is that there's real opportunity here to make this a lucrative venture. So you can aim for volume and sell as many prints as possible, or you can use scarcity tactics to make your work feel exclusive and hard to come by. Once you've gone ahead and locked in your business idea, I would recommend that you start building your business using a free trial on Shopify. It's powerful, it's easy to use, and it really simplifies running your business. So you can click this link right here to claim your free trial now. All right, it is comment time. This is literally my favorite part of these videos because I get to answer your comments that you've left for us. So let's get into it. Hafeza Azizi is starting a business and they ask, I need help with a very specific question, they say. I'm willing to open a niche pet store, and if you were me, which product would you set as the main product? And then they go on to list a few, and then they say, they all have good reviews and well-selling rate on AliExpress and Amazon, but I'm confused about which product. So I think this is a great question, and I wanted to include this question because I think if you're watching this video, a lot of us might be having trouble about, which product we should choose or which service we want to go with, and I think it's common. So whether you're selling pet items like Hafeza or anything else really, you're definitely going to want to validate first. You're going to want to make sure that there's a market for it and that there's space for you. So here's how to validate. First, check out Google Trends. Search your region and time frame to see if your product has an upward trend. And you can also get even more specific and see which states have the most demand for what you want to sell. You're also going to want to download Keywords Everywhere. This is a Chrome extension, and it's going to help you see historical data on how many people are Googling your item. Like here we can see that pet hair remover. This was one of the items that Hafeza was asking about, and we can see that it has been growing over time. And then my last tip is to use Google Keyword Planner. And this will give you an estimate of how many people are searching for it. And you can also get a general sense of how competitive it may be to sell that product. All right, let's look at the next comment. So over here we have Rani Raja, and they say, thank you so much for your advice. My daughter is 15 years old and she wants to start her own jewelry business. I've never done this before and want to help her establish herself. Okay, I love this for so many reasons. First of all, I'm so glad that our videos have helped you, but also this just goes to show you can be 15, you could be 50, you could be anywhere in the world and you could start your own e-commerce business. And I think, in my humble opinion, I think Shopify helps you do that. If you have a question or if you have a funny one-liner, drop it for me in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you and given you some inspiration on what business you guys want to start. I'm curious to know, let me know in the comments section, what business are you guys gonna start? And if you aren't already subscribed to this channel, be sure to do so, especially if you are an entrepreneur. We have videos just like this with simple, actionable tips on getting your business started or growing your existing business. And hit that notification bell so that you're not missing out on any future videos. I'm your host, Michelle Bally, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.